Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jeff with Gamestork, the Gamestork, however you want to say that. Yes, this is the Gamestork, Jeff. Jeffity Jeff of the Gamestork, Gamestorkity Stork of the Jeff Stork, J, Gamestork, Storkity Jeff Stork, Gamity Game, Gamestork. Okay, anyway, so you're watching this because as this video is labeled, we're going to talk about some of the announcements from the Game Awards last night. Nintendo really kind of cleaned up, and you know we expected that, but there were some really big announcements. So let's jump right in. Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a new. So there's two really big things that happened last night. Specifically, one that you can experience today, and then one that's coming very soon. Now, some time ago, I put up a rumor video and predicted that Bayonetta 1 and 2 would be ported to the Nintendo Switch, and also that Bayonetta 3 would be very quickly in development for this to be a first-party game. I figured that their aim for Bayonetta 3 would be by the end of 2018, which I don't see happening probably at this point, considering recently how the developer of this game was communicating characters and how they would like to take the art direction. Well, I guess they could put it on the same engine technically and probably pump something out, but I'd rather it be just as good as 1 or 2. So I'm guessing this game would probably be like an early 2019 purchase. But here's the big news. Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 will be available for the Nintendo Switch extremely soon. Very, very soon. Did I say soon? I mean like within the next few months type soon. We were talking about like February the 16th type soon. And it's awesome. These games, I'm telling you, there's so many people with the Nintendo Switch who have not played Bayonetta. And this is some of my favorite games simply because of the art direction, because of the characters. The combat is out of this world, amazing, and it is just so good. Now, one of the big complaints here that I do see initially is that a lot of people are going to be angry because you can buy the physical version of Bayonetta 2 and you have to download the first Bayonetta digitally. Now, understand that's because of the limitation of the sizes of these cartridges right now. And the bottom line is they probably aren't going to make as much money if they release physical cartridges for each individually. Whereas they could make money, a lot more money, going digital on the first and physical on the second. The reality is, even for us fans, is we have to realize that these are companies that need to make money, and even though physical versions are cool, and we're all about that, they're great and they're awesome. The companies have to make money, and you just can't if you pump out physical versions for every port that you do. It actually saves them money, and it's going to help this company, which we want to happen. We want them to pump out Bayonetta 3, Bayonetta 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? And that's really what we want. This is like the current generation's Devil May Cry for me. I mean, I love Devil May Cry when it came out years ago, in the original format now. And Bayonetta is just like that plus one for me, and I really love it. I think it's great. It's a very stylish set of games. But right now, I want to go ahead and just read their official press release about the awards and the announcements, and we'll kind of go some more over it after. But as of right this second, we're just going to read this and see exactly what it says. So it says, Nintendo received a number of honors at the Game Awards in Los Angeles, winning the awards for Game of the Year for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Best Family Game for Super Mario Odyssey, and Best Handheld Game for Metroid Samus Returns. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild also won the awards for Best Game Direction and Best Action Adventure Game. But that's not the only news from the annual award show. During the event, Nintendo revealed a trailer announcing that Bayonetta 3 is currently in development exclusively for the Nintendo Switch system. In addition, the critically acclaimed Bayonetta 2 game, originally a Wii U exclusive, will be launching for the Nintendo Switch on February the 16th. Players who purchase the game in stores at a suggested retail price of $59.99 will receive a free download code for the original Bayonetta game. Consumers looking to purchase the digital versions of the games for the Nintendo Switch can do so via the Nintendo eShop or Nintendo.com. Bayonetta, Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 3 are developed by Platinum Games. Fans of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game got a new look at the second DLC pack, The Champions Ballad, as well as the surprise news that it will launch shortly after the Game Awards live stream. That means today, as you're listening to this thing is up already, it's available, and you need to go play it, alright? I'm in a weird place right now where I'm kind of like, I really want to play that, but I'm really also enjoying Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I don't want to check out of that. So I may wait to play this DLC, and that hurts my heart because I'm just so divided here on that. Perhaps you guys can help me in the comments on how I should do this without completely checking out of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, because, you know, going back to that battle system, the learning curve that already is there is going to be difficult if I take like a month off playing this game and going back to Zelda. So let me know, give me some suggestions. Anyway, going forward, it says, in the second of the 2 DLC packs are part of the game's expansion pass, players are granted access to a large new adventure featuring a never-before-seen dungeon, new insights into the background of the game's 4 champions, as well as a new high-mobility means of transportation. Once players complete the adventure, they will have the opportunity to traverse the enormous world of Hyrule on top of a motorcycle called Master Cycle Zero. The DLC will also grant access to the 9 new armor items for players to find, as well as the ancient saddle and bridle items. Players who purchase the expansion pass for $19.99 receive the Champions Ballad DLC Pack 2, as well as the Trial of the Sword DLC Pack 1, which launched earlier this year. You can visit their website for more information. Players who have yet to experience the game can purchase The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Explorers Edition, a limited bundle that includes a critically acclaimed Nintendo Switch game, a 100-page Explorer's Guide, and 2-sided map at a suggested price of $59.99. In addition, some of the games that were nominated for awards this year are from franchises featured in the Cyber Deal Sale currently featured on the Nintendo eShop and Nintendo.com. Fans can save on select games featuring Mario, Link, and more fun characters at Nintendo.com/TGA. The event also featured a live performance of Jump Up Superstar song from the Super Mario Odyssey game with vocals by the game's original singer. We are absolutely humbled that the voters chose Nintendo for these awards, said Reggie Fils-Aimé, Nintendo of America's president and COO. We plan to continue the strong momentum as we head into 2018. Now, there is more, but we'll just stop there. It's going to be extremely interesting to see how this goes. They also, really quick, they also said that if you are digitally wanting to purchase both of these games, the cost for Bayonetta 2 is $49.99 and Bayonetta 1 is $9.99 on the Nintendo eShop. So, if you were to purchase both of these digitally, that's what you're looking at, and, you know, separately. But the Champions Ballad, this Legend of Zelda, is, oh man, I've been like dreaming about this all year. And the sad reality is, you know, I'm close to now, I don't know, man, it's been like 28 hours into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm deep in there. I'm really digging the story. I know some people are like, this story is lame and predictable, but what story isn't lame and predictable? The reality is I watch every preview for every movie coming, and I have to literally go in movies blacked out because I know the entire movie based off the previews. I can guess everything and know everything, but it's not about that. It's about, do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy the ride? You know, while you're playing, do you enjoy the characters? Does it bring you happiness, or perhaps are you engrossed in the adventure? And I can honestly say in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I am. You know, this is one that I love playing on the TV, and then I undock and put on headphones, and I'm still inside of this world, and I'm really enjoying it. I love the battle. Right now, I'm currently grinding and just battling to level up, and it's going really well. I'm really loving it, and it's going to be hard to set this down for The Legend of Zelda DLC. Not to say that I wouldn't rather play the DLC, but as I said earlier, it's, you know, that learning curve and jumping back in might be difficult. And that's kind of the issue right now with the Switch, right? Which is the best problem to have, is there's too many games across all things. Now, this, you know, I'm really happy that Nintendo did do this. I'm happy that Breath of the Wild got the recognition that it deserves, because it not only is a game that's really good, it's also a game that really redefined a series. You know, as Mario Odyssey was great, it was a wonderful game in which it deserved a 10 in my opinion. It didn't necessarily redefine Mario, it just did the things that Mario's done well in the past better. It did them better. Like after you beat the game, once you start doing levels where you're literally just doing 3D platforming without the hat mechanic, it gets difficult, and it takes those those levels from Sunshine and does them better. But with The Legend of Zelda, this literally redefined an entire generation, and it's hard for us to think about it because it came out in March. But and we have short memories, us gamers. But I'm so happy to see that this got the recognition it deserved, because this was one that I literally was calling everyone and saying, did you do this? Did you see this? Did you experience this? Where are you? And are you at this point of the map? And are you this and are you that? And it's really, really cool. So anyway, so that's going to do it. Kind of a recap of the announcements of what Nintendo got at the Game Awards. Also, the DLC Bayonetta, which is huge, man. And I love when I read those rumors and I make that prediction and it comes true. So there's some other ones that really need to come true that I made in the past that I really expect to be announced by E3, like Resident Evil 7. I'm telling you, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, okay? There's no official anything yet, so don't get in the comments and be like, show me the proof. Yeah, see? Show me the proof, see? Yeah, yeah. Okay, but trust me, it's going to come. It's going to be here, it's going to be in our hands, and I'm going to be like, I told you so, and you're going to be like, I knew it the entire time. I never doubted, not even once. And I'll be like, okay, I'll let you lie to me, because I love you. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Be sure to like and subscribe below for all things Nintendo Switch, all things Nintendo, all things awesome, right here at Gamestork. In case you're wondering, it's that little red button down there. Feel free to hit it at any moment, and you will be an awesome person, a Gamestorkian. So yes, someone said in the comments that that's not a word, but Gamestork is also not a word. So we're just going to go with the not a word thing. But anyway, thank you guys again, and we'll see you next time.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a new